good time zone artifacts. And a happy birthday to all of those around the world. Finish the event before the story. Basically have the eidolons for someone I don't have. That's funny. I'm surprised they let you do that, actually. I did see yesterday after stream that the new Marches eidolons are locked behind the event. Which is interesting because what happens when the event's over? What if you are like a new player or something? There must be another way to get them afterwards, or I don't know. Peculiar, but we'll find out. Well, actually, we won't find out. We'll never find out because we'll finish it. I'm sure they've got something in mind for that. Launching the game so we can continue. Hopefully there's not a spook update this time. Nope, doesn't look like it. Good. Quabam. Yeah, Reclamation's out today. Gonna try it out. We will get there. Because I think there's a character and skins, so of course. So we'll get there. They also released a video giving a little bit of a timeline for the history of Terra. Some interesting things there. Some interesting things in there. Not like a whole lot of new information, for me at least, but there was some interesting things. We'll discuss that when you get back into Arknights. So I was gonna start farming for March, so that we could upgrade her, but then I realized, oh wait, we don't need to do that because they give us a story version for the story, so I don't actually need to upgrade her at all. So I didn't.
Want to go take some pictures? Or maybe some immortals.
We need to actually get the login bonus. There we go. seek to learn more sword play. Time marches on, and the days turn to more.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going?
This is a good song. Why is Yin Li so peeved back there?
As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yenqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be.
Is she actually the granddaughter? I wasn't sure if that was literal or just like honorific, I guess.
I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yenqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Days and nights fly by in the delve, and the war dance fast approaches. Under the strict supervision of her 2 masters, March 7 trains tirelessly, almost developing tennis elbow. On that day after the sword training. Tennis is canon in this universe?
Done! Let's call it a day.
Good to know.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Are we talking as March? Oh my gosh, maybe I'll have a chance defeating my masters. Just watch. I'll win a fight when the time comes.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make both of you proud.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why Grandpa always had a grin on his face while training me.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up!
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades could improve your touch.
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
Flying swords are pretty cool.
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster. Yenqing wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance.
Smartest face.
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out, the rumors are true.
He kicks her butt. I mean, I'm rooting for him. This is a Yinqing supporting stream.
Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on honing your skills instead of teaching swordplay here?
You're... Oh, that's right. You're the pink-haired fox from the Yaoqing.
Chuckle, pink-haired fox. Gotta play the character, obviously. Also, it's less pink and more like a peach-haired.
What are you laughing at? You've got pink hair too. I'm Jiaocho, the healer working for the general of the Senzhou Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yaoqing. And you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the general's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your training. I'll be on my way.
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you smirking earlier?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying in cooking. They're just ways for people to show off their skills. How you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with. It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching method that best suits her, she'll make double the progress in half the time. For example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried, cloud peppers when stir-fried, and yellow boulder beef when simmered. It's all about discovering the nature of the ingredients. Apprentice.
I'm getting hungry.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Senzhou Yaoqing is called the Ranja School, that specializes in food therapy. So it's only natural that I know a thing or two about cooking.
Food therapy?
So, you're the general's cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine. Call me a cook if you want. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But, in reality, I know a thing or two about killing. After all, the art of healing inherently encompasses both life and death.
It seems like he just got offended.
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids? Ugh.
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No.
No?
This is called tumble dust, an extract from an exotic flower named Yabra.
Ugh, is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process. However, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even long-life species cannot escape its effects. This
Cool.
can save lives or take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
That may be so, but still, I prefer settling things with a sword than, you know.
I mean, a sword can save lives and take lives too.
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here, not persuading you to poison anyone.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
Picture this. 2 individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying down is honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister?
What? I don't understand.
In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive. Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiao Cho. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
Well, then you should know that the war dance is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience? And this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals the might of all Cloud Knights. The war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the cosmos. When we unsheath the sword without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see the ceremony venue for myself yet.
Nor have we.
Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
We're kind of training right now, sir.
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet Yunli and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour.
What do you think Don Hung and MC have been doing the past few days?
Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their significance is negligible.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually...
Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
Let's go. Maybe we're visiting Little Gui and Co.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
Why'd you say it so ominously?
What's up, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter, the venue for the war dance ceremony.
Yeah, that's not a fighter jet. I don't know what they were on about earlier.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Luofu, standing in the ring, ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos. Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I'd swing my sword 10,000 times, and then thrust it 10,000 times, repeating the process over and over.
How can he keep his eyes closed all the time? That's the power of anime.
I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard. Even in the thick of battle, facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared.
Can't wait to fight the Beauty Knight again. If he shows up, I might just quit.
Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the best feeling in the world. But then, I faced a really tough opponent, and just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces. That's when I felt true fear for the first time. Maybe that's what Mr. Jiaoqiu meant by life and death hinge on a singular moment. Every idea fades into nothingness. After that, I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back together. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old happy self again. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of victory? To meet the general's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights?
Zhao Cho really sent this kid on a journey of self-reflection.
While the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said the reason must come from within myself. I've been struggling to find that reason. But after talking with you, Mr. Jiaoqiu, I think I already have that reason in mind. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders. And I know there's still more to shoulder. But when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything. I love the feeling of giving it my all, facing any obstacle in front of me, pressing forward. That's why I wield my sword.
Oh, Yenqing. So young, yet so grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
Age doesn't really matter. All sword masters will understand how I feel.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
This is a good question, because he's a human, but I assume he's a long life human. So, but he was born more recently, I guess, because unlike like Vijayara, they don't go through rebirth or anything.
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yanqing has.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
Well, I don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather that I'd win the precious sword he's contributed to the war dance.
The Thunder Theory. Blessed wind of the Windseeker.
Sounds like that mind of yours
Blessed
is
wind,
just
blessed
filled
blade.
with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his foolishness, many innocent people fell victim to the cursed swords he forged.
He made cursed swords?
Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is no different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them. Given that Yanqing is the war dance ringmaster, I'm stepping up to challenge him. To ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life, and there are plenty of exceptional warriors, just like the two of you.
Exceptional is a strong word.
What happened, Mr. Zhao Cho?
Oh, nothing. I was just reminded of some old friends and old tales. Judging from my professional perspective as a healer, both of you possess remarkable vitality. Your energies flow like raging fires and mighty gales. The upcoming fight will definitely be impressive. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
What? You're leaving already? But you haven't asked me about my dreams. I've been working hard too, you know.
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up bound by responsibilities and duties. The tasks entrusted to me by the General won't complete themselves. By the way, Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
Both, but there's 3 of them. I guess he doesn't wish March best of luck. Zhao Che leaves.
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my dream.
done with our tour of the Sky Splitter, shall we continue with our training?
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my strength for tomorrow. All right. I'll take you out of the Stargazer, Navalia.
Just shut up, Red Fang. This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things.
Yeah, so those guys are Borson. Okay.
You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't handle it? Do you realize how many ships we need? I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out.
When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance.
How's that? Who's there?
Well, we're just passing through.
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Hey, kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
I'll take the little ones away right now.
Sorry. I'll take the little ones away right now.
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Huh? Everhunt Plains? Yeah, sure. Big Sis will take you there.
Shuha! You should have let me.
Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yenching?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Plains.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the 3 people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
I knew that from the beginning.
Looks like they are tampering with the Starskiff production line. Yeah, the Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yinqing. That was my first thought. It's like, oh, we're gonna catch him because he's not recognizing Yinqing.
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yenching at all. That's really weird.
What? Is he famous on the Lavu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming, who all know my glorious name, might recognize my face.
Yeah, but he's the leader of the Cloud Knights.
You have a point.
Meh, not really.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that?
Okay, so we all heard that then. Wasn't sure if we heard that.
I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
It's cool to hear Borisan language, though.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them.
Good idea. We're a master of photography. During the mission, more conditions need to be met to complete a photo shoot. The required objectives are listed on the top left corner. When all the photo shoot requirements are met, you can press the shutter to complete the shoot. Calling it a photo shoot is an interesting choice of words.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
Cut the theatrics, Grulok. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans.
So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared. Otherwise, we're screwed.
So, are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. We can hide inside the crates and follow them.
But isn't there something in the crates? Wouldn't they see, like, we'd have to take the stuff out. Taking advantage of the temporary absence of the group, you cautiously approach a crate and crawl inside.
Ugh, so cramped in here.
I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
You hear footsteps pacing back and forth beside the crate. If someone were to open the crate at that moment, they would certainly catch you in your ridiculous hiding position. Fortunately, that doesn't happen. The floating mechanism at the bottom of the crate is activated. You feel it begin to drift slowly forward. After what feels like an entire amber era of holding breath in silence, you heard the sound of the crate touching down.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
The departing footsteps sound like a signal, prompting you to breathe a sigh of relief.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where do they come from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Oh, hey, we're trailing.
Tread softly, breathe quietly, and make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity. Watch out! They're on high alert!
No, they're not. Can that guy see us if we get out of hiding? I hope not.
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here! Shuhard, I'm coming!
Shuhar.
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, or the Cloud Knights. This is way too suspicious.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
Three times zoom, which is really close.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs. Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient bloodline all hinges on this operation.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
Oh no.
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Joke's on you, we were actually live streaming it the whole time.
Borison?
Adusa! Die, you lowly beasts!
Here you go, Master!
This is the real deal achievement.
Not very sportsmanlike.
Wow, they obliterated Firefly.
Together as one.
Sam in position.
It's time.
I could take 10 of you.
It came together.
Yeah, that was
Yin and yang.
ready to shine. Yeah!
You could have
Time to
surrendered.
show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards, watch it!
It came together.
All things in this world, human creations.
Yin and yang.
These guys are really strong.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set the seas ablaze! Awesome! Fight to live!
No air misty from Marstruck.
appearances like that?
That's what Borison do.
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borison, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Time to grind? We literally can't grind anymore. They're all max level.
Wait, that means...
The Borison have infiltrated the Shinjo.
Well, how did the Borison manage to infiltrate the Xianzhou?
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from Foxians.
Yes, that's what Borison do. This guy's never read a book, apparently. Yin-Ching, you gotta read some books. I got some recommendations.
They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lu Jun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borison prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion... Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find one cockroach on the Express, it usually means...
There are more Borison hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Meanwhile, at the Seat of Divine Foresight. We're all just chilling, playing card games, I don't know. Celestial Jade, obviously. Oh snap, all three generals are here.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao, the general of the Xianzhou Yaocheng.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibitor Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons that I'm sure General Jing Yuan has explained, right?
Yeah, we're here to answer your questions as witnesses. General Jing Yuan didn't tell us about your intentions at all. You're here about the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection now. Go with the first one.
That's right. But don't worry, this isn't a trial. I just want to have a chat with you and get a better understanding of the facts.
You're lucky it's not a trial, because I have experiences with those.
According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, and all Arbiter Generals should pay attention to the Ruin Author's movements. Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds, and the Alliance has been keeping an eye on them. But no one expected them to join hands with the remnants of the Abundance. The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was quite different from the Ruin Legion's usual style of destroying life wherever they go.
Well, that's because they were led by Fentilia. Clearly, you've not read the report on how Fentilia operates.
While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. I'd like to take this chance to have an exchange with both of you.
They're too busy for that. They're the generals. They should read books. This is why reading's important.
Let me be clear. The questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts. So please don't take offense if any of my questions seem a bit harsh.
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already have the answers to your questions in your heart.
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
Oh boy.
The Merlin's claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jingyuan wants us to be honest. Maybe I'll just stick to the facts we know.
This didn't go so well yesterday. Hopefully it goes better today.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon, in an attempt to resolve the Stellaron crisis.
Yes, Kafka.
However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust in them? Could it be that some of you have a connection with them?
We are the good guys. Honestly, I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't remember why exactly we listened to them, but I don't even think we technically listened. I don't remember. Raise her suspicion about your relationships. We're good guys. It all comes down to the Stellaron. Talk about Elio's prophecy. I don't remember though, so it all comes down to the Stellaron?
Apart from the Lafu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Eurillo 6, the world that the Express stopped at before reaching the Lafu, was one of them.
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process. And that's why dealing with Stellaron issues is part of the duty of the Nameless.
Forgot about that.
Ah, I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. The cosmos is a mess, and the Trailblazers are just doing their best to fix it. I understand. Let's move on to the next question. The report suggests that Don Shu, the master of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord Ravager and used the power of the Stellaron to resurrect the Ambrosial Arbor. But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Vidyadhara guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
How did she do that? Refuse to answer anything. The exile of the Imbiber Lune is what led to this calamity. I have personally met Don Shu. The preceptors of Lofu seem suspicious. I mean, there are suspicious actors in the preceptors of the Lofu. That is true, but we've also not met them. But we have met Don Shu. But also, a lot of the stuff going on with the preceptors of the Vidyadhara does have to do with the exile of Imbiber Lune. So I've personally met Don Shu.
I personally met Don Shu once.
Nice.
Her closest friend was killed during the war on the Fanghu, and she harbored deep hatred towards the hunt. So she spent years making preparations in the Alchemy Commission in order to take revenge on the Xianzhou.
Fanghu, yeah, that's another ship.
Revenge is also a form of the hunt. However, that doesn't explain how she managed to bring the Stellaron into the Scale Gorge waterscape, which was guarded by the Vidyadhara.
Well, you should ask Don Shu herself for the answer.
Unfortunately, Don Shu is dead.
Yeah.
And even her corpse
We
has
killed her.
crumbled into ash. That's one less clue we can pursue. According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy. She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you, only to vanish without a trace later on. It seems too convenient to label her as a scapegoat.
Fushu and the Master Diviner witnessed everything firsthand. Fantilia is a Heliobus, that's true. Fantilia was eager to obtain the power of Ambrosial Arbor. Yeah, I think Fantilia is a Heliobus. She's Heliobus. It's not without a trace, like, Ting Yun is missing. So, there's that trace. Although we say missing, like, was that her actual body? Because Heliobus possessed people, so that should have been her actual body, which snapped her neck, so I don't know. Either way, Fantilia is a Heliobus.
Fantilia is one of the Heliobi, the energy life forms that once fought against the Xianzhou. They're known for their unpredictable and elusive nature.
Just as he said, when the Ambrosial Arbor resurrected, its roots broke through the creation furnace on the Lawfu, accidentally releasing the Heliobus fiend fire sealed inside. This can be used as circumstantial evidence.
If Elder Huai Yen accepts the explanation, so do I.
Get destroyed.
It seems that your answers have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you think, General Fei Shao? Have the doubts in the report been cleared up?
The two nameless have been honest in their answers. Even though there are some tricky details, my intuition tells me there is nothing wrong. However, the 3 questions I posed earlier were not just for the nameless, but for you too, General Jing Yuan. First, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Law Fu, yet the 6 charioteers were not aware of it. That was a dereliction of duty. Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting them access to the Plague Mark. That was a dereliction of responsibility. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Lawfu back in the spotlight. That is a dereliction of wisdom.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking? Or the 10 Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it earlier. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it, but in the end, the Lawfu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. So, I think it's safe to say that Elio's prophecy about the future holds some merit. And as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities. The Lawfu has lain low for too long. I believe it's time to stir up the dregs hidden in the depths and wash them away once and for all.
Just as I expected from our sophisticated divine foresight. You have a way with words. I like it. But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation. Even within the Lawfu, there are people accusing you of neglecting your duties, resulting in the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
So what are your thoughts on all of this, General Fei Shao?
The last point is kind of weird because, like, they're like, why are you holding this festival after this crisis? But that's exactly why you usually hold festivals. Like a lot of the times you hold a festival after something like that happens. I'm not sure why they're complaining about that.
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand the difficulties of this position. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the Divine Foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Lawfu, and the meaning behind it. Just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
You mean the Xianzhou Yaoqing is also...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that were once divided and scattered have started swallowing each other up, forming larger and larger packs. Moreover, there's an entity named Mongus behind it all.
An entity?
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin. It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality. She's described as having 12 faces and 12 pairs of fangs, as cruel as poison, and as elusive as quicksand. The Borisin believe she'll give them a chance to rise again.
That's Ventilia.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perhaps.
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer Strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly.
Yo Wu and Yao Guing.
I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good intentions. But the Alliance has its fair share of questions and doubts about the Lawfu. So, my plan is to come up with an acceptable answer to satisfy the Alliance.
What's in this plan, General Fei Shao?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any doubts. And for that, I'll have to ask the two Nameless to visit the Shackling Prison.
Are you imprisoning us?
No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the Ten Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a detailed testimony with the karmic mirror from both of you. We'll fill in the gaps that weren't covered in the report, and silence any protests within the Alliance.
I'm okay with that.
I object. I actually don't know what this means, but sure.
Your willingness to help is truly heartwarming, youngsters.
Then, as the Merlin's Claw requests...
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance, but I would like to urge General Jing Yuan to listen to the pleas of the Foxians on the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
So, you are here for Hule.
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Lawfu's Shackling Prison. Since he is the Broodlord of the Borisin, I want to transfer him onto the Xianzhou Yaoqing and imprison him there. The recent movements of the Borisin suggest they're planning something big, so we must act preemptively.
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch-nemesis. Since you trust my judgment, I'll repay that trust. What do you think about all this, General Huayan?
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument, but it seems like both of you are on the same page, solving each other's problems. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
And as for Hule, I'll send my lieutenants Jiao Cho and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport. If there are no more questions, shall we get this started?
I'm sure nothing will go wrong with this prisoner transfer of like the most powerful Borison there is. Hope he's playable. Who? Hule or this guy? Fei Shao gives you a once-over, and despite lacking any apparent reason, you feel scrutinized as if she were sizing you up an opponent.
Do you actually believe in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy?
I do, I don't know. I wouldn't, but boy howdy, we've experienced a lot of them and they've all come true. So I feel inclined to believe, but not necessarily that it has to come true. Or that we can't manipulate it, as I mean, we've seen that technically they can be manipulated. I mean, I guess it depends on how your perspective. If Elio predicted that Silverwolf would have Sparkles manipulate the prophecy to make the prophecy what it is, or if, and therefore it wasn't manipulated, or if it was actually manipulated. I guess it's just kind of based on perspective. But yeah, I guess I kind of do.
Yes, I do. That's why I'm here.
I understand.
What are you looking at?
You're definitely a unique individual, just like Huayan said. I hope you'll walk alongside the Rainbow's path as a friend.
I don't know. Rainbow's kind of... he's not my favorite, Eon.
Well, I'm glad we managed to talk this out.
Yeah, you want Huayan playable? That'd be fun. Wait.
I'm really sorry about all this. But the testimony in the Shackling prison won't take up much of your time. I'll call for a messenger to take you to the interrogation division. You just need to give your testimony, and then you can head back.
As you wish, General.
One moment, I saw a book. I'm stealing another book off your desk. I don't think there's any other like table for a book to be on in this place.
I'm really sorry. I'll call for a messenger.
As you wish, General.
All right, let's go. Sometime later, a starskiff carries you and Dan Heng to a place that looks strikingly familiar.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the interrogation division also know your purpose in coming.
Interesting. The entrance is in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Thank you, sir. If you're both ready, please follow me to the Shackling prison. So we just like jump into the vortex, or?
The shackling prison. I didn't expect to be back here after all these years.
Danhong.
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you.
This is the entrance to the prison? Wait, is the shackling prison inside the Scale Gorge waterscape too? Yeah, how exactly is that? Like, no, because they're different delves, but yes? How's that
Well,
work?
technically, the shackling prison is spread out across
Yeah.
multiple delves, and the ancient sea is just where they overlap. Please, come on in, dear guests.
Okay. All right. Any hidden books back here? Is that the Panopticon?
What are you looking at?
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking free would still be a piece of cake for me.
Alright, weird flex.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't do anything stupid, or the judges will throw you back in there and lock you up for a few hundred years.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself. So stay alert.
It's interesting that they want to take him back, because presumably he's been locked up in there for...
My name is Shui Yi.
Oh, hey, Shui Yi.
And I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
Presumably he's been locked up here for centuries, millennia, I don't know how long. But now they want him back? It's kind of weird. They've had no problem with it so far.
We're Jiao and Moza. General Fei Xiao sent us to extradite the Borisin criminal Hule to the Yaoqing. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation. I assume you've been briefed, Your Honor.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the warhead and brood lord of the Borisin abominations of abundance and the arch-nemesis of the Foxians, is responsible for 2,123 wars of aggression and countless associated crimes. Due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths of the shackling prison and subjected to the punishment of the Forest of Swords until the end of time. He shall never be pardoned.
No need to repeat his crimes and sentence, Your Honor. He is the greatest enemy of us Foxians. The stories of his atrocities are used to terrify our children.
That's messed up.
I'm well aware of every crime he's committed.
Hey kids.
Let's move on to the next step.
Let's talk about Hule. The man who killed a bajillion people or something.
When it comes to visiting criminals, there are rules in place to ensure your safety. I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children, but your knowledge about him is likely very limited. Only the judges of the Ten Lords Commission truly know what kind of abomination is locked up at the bottom of the shackling prison. It has been centuries since Jing Liu, the former sword champion of the Luofu, captured Hule. And during all those years, we never provided him with any food. Yet he somehow managed to stay alive. It defies all the documented physical characteristics of the Borisin.
So it's been centuries. Yeah, okay.
The Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division, is a device of intense torment, used to execute sinful abominations. Most Borisin die within 3 days in the forest, but Hule is different. Every time the blades pierce him, his body instantly heals. Despite the brutal punishment, he somehow manages to survive. The complex rules are there because of his abnormal characteristics. Do you understand now?
I apologize for any offense caused. Please continue, Your Honor.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. Please make sure you read them carefully.
Reminders when visiting Hule. Prisoner Hule, summary of crimes. The Borisin warhead, a denizen of abundance, accountable for numerous acts of invasions and associated war crimes, accountable for the long-term enslavement of Foxians and utilizing their blood for alchemical purposes. Detention method. This prisoner must be subjected to the punishment of the Forest of Swords and never be pardoned. They must be transferred to different locations on a regular basis. Their shackles must be checked for sturdiness during the transfer, and the air filters in their new cell must be intact and functional. I think this is just this is actually taken from the book that talks about the different prisoners, although I don't remember the regular basis of transfer, so maybe that's why they're transferring to the Yaoqing, is that's part of the regular basis. Notes: the confinement of this prisoner is the foundation of the alliance between the Xianzhou and the Foxians. Any individuals objecting to the sentence should be punished for sowing discord. Number 2. Anyone who contacts or converses with this prisoner must take poison-proof pellets or wear a breathing mask equipped with a filter cartridge to counteract the effects of lupitoxin. Number 3. The prisoner's place of detention must be changed on a yearly basis, and the new location must remain unknown to individuals below the rank of Cloud Knight Lieutenant or Judge. Number 4. Do not mention Jing Liu when conversing with this prisoner.
And please, take this pellet before proceeding.
No, I'm not taking random medicine.
Alright, someone did not listen to what I just read.
Then you won't be allowed to visit Hule.
Just swallow it already. Hule is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called lupitoxin that induces fear. Thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin. Not because we were naturally weaker, but because of their lupitoxin. This pill is for our own mental well-being.
I understand.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine, let's proceed. Your Honor.
What is it?
No, never mind. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Let's keep moving.
Communication.
Here we are.
Come on, guys.
Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
Yeah, I'll wait a moment. Let me, no, not warp. I want to check. two things. One, criminal directory. The Hule is mentioned in this, and that's pretty much everything that they said. Where was Hule mentioned in this one? Yeah. Oh yeah, it does say it must be transferred to different locations. Okay. Now Moza apparently was a prisoner. It seems like. Was he? I wonder if he was in this. Don't think so. No. In a single battle, trigger Mung Bean Soda to appear when March 7th uses her skill. Oh, interesting. So her skill animation has a chance to have a different drink? Or maybe just sometimes can be Mung Bean Soda specifically? Interesting. I didn't even notice. That's fun. Take a walk around and wait for the escorting judges to arrival.
This place... it's still as cold as it used to be.
Are you okay?
Sorry. I was just reminiscing about some unpleasant memories.
Once we're done with the testimony, we'll leave immediately. If you can't escape your past, we're always here for you. We can get out of here as soon as we can.
Thank you. It's all my fault that you were involved in the Xianzhou's problems. You shouldn't have to see the inside of the shackling prison. I'm so sorry. I wish I could show you the real sights of the Luofu.
Dan Hong gently pats your hand. Why can't we record? Yeah, why can't we do this outside the prison?
The 6 charioteers might have more power over the rest of this Xianzhou ship. But here, in the shackling prison, is the judges of the 10 Lords Commission who call the shots. The judges will use a complicated interrogation device called the Karmic Mirror. It accurately tracks every physiological change during questioning and records it. Therefore, the judgment made here will be sufficient to convince the other administrators of the Xianzhou. At least they won't attempt to challenge the conclusions. Perhaps that's why Fei Xiao insisted that we come here.
Since the judge isn't here, I'll just wander around.
Okay. But watch your step. This place is not like the others.
Immediately trips over this railing. Looking down, you see a honeycomb of densely packed prison cells extending deep into the darkness beyond your view. You hazard a guess on the number of prisoners they are capable of holding here. 3,000, 30,000, 300,000? Wait. This may not even be the entire shackling prison. Think there's any book? Yep. I'm just gonna take this. I'm sure you don't need it. Someone should fix this railing. Also, is this a teleporting mirror from... I think it is, yeah, from... like the Artisan Commission?
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
22 chests and 1 warp trotter.
Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please.
Please wait. I'm just walking by it. Calm down. Take a walk around. 1 out of 2. But there's 2 objectives. But we already did 1. Oh no. Which one do we want to do? I think we do the screen. You notice the Scale Gorge Waterscape Shackling Prison was built at the bottom of the ancient sea has a column structure that extends endlessly into the depths. Spiritfarers monitor the and manage real-time information of prison cells and prisoners on this screen. Yeah, it's the Panopticon.
Welcome,
Oh,
dear
hey.
guests from the Express. Judge Hanya of the Interrogation Division. We've met before.
Yes, we have. Are you and your sister the only judges?
You don't want to see me? Well, in that case, I can call in the judge who's an expert in acupuncture, or the one who's handy with axes and saws, or the one who knows all about whips and ropes. We've got plenty of options here, and we'll find one that suits your taste.
What do any of those have to do with... What? Kind of weird, Hanya.
Just kidding. We judges work in shifts, and it just happens to be my shift. Maybe we're destined to cross paths. Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for subduing the demons in the Fixtral Garden.
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends on the Shenzhou Luofu.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. Well, I guess Hua Hua is a judge, so there would be 3 judges at least. It was all a lucky coincidence. Pom Pom takes care of us at home and friends take care of us on the road. That's just how it goes.
Even though you and I have met before, we can't show any favoritism under the 10 Lords. So, please do as I command as we head to Scrivener Hall and beyond. Don't do anything without my permission.
Of course.
This is not a place for ordinary mortals. You and Mr. Danheng, please come with me.
Technically, neither of us are ordinary mortals.
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism before we all move forward. And please, watch your steps.
But man, what was this lore gonna be?
Be very careful and watch your step. The terrain inside the shackling prison is treacherous. One wrong move, and you could end up plunging into the depths. And if you're really unlucky, you might be frozen solid or burned to a crisp before anyone can help you.
Gee.
But with your skills, I don't think you need to worry about that.
So are there really 18 floors here?
You're funny. This prison does contain many layers. We even brought in Videodora Icor line craftsmen to introduce the ingenuity of Delve enchantment. What you're seeing now is just one part of the shackling prison.
I'm not sure, where'd we get the number 18 from? No one said 18 floors.
Perhaps. Judging from the appearance, much of the architecture in this prison has a Vidyadoran style. So, perhaps they did have a hand in building this place back then.
As for how many floors there are, well, not even us judges know for sure. But there's a legend among us judges
That seems irresponsible.
that a short-life prisoner once tried to escape, but ended up falling into the depths. And when we found him at the bottom, he was already an old man on the brink of death. Did he spend his whole life falling? Or did some long-life prisoner drain his life essence? We'll never know. Anyway, please don't try anything like that. Please, come this way.
They really need to work on the maintenance of this place. The prisoners are going to escape if everything just keeps crumbling.
No danger detected. But never let your guard down.
Yun Sui interrogation transcript. Oof. New Londinium's transport. Londinium! Respect only the strong. So many broken railings. What's happening in this place? Is that the exit? Yeah, that's the exit. Okay.
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
Is that a hexanexus? What is this? Hexanexus Remake is the complete remake version of the Hexanexus. Select a device in the middle of the screen and you can stack cubes along the indicated direction. Every time you stack a cube, a resource cube is consumed. Stack cubes to alter the device's shape. When its shape matches those shown on the plate, the two sides of the puzzle is solved. When stacking cubes on a non-designated spot, the plates on the two sides will show an error hint. Select cancel, reset, or revert. Rotate the screen to observe the device from multiple angles. Click on the cube to begin stacking. How fascinating.
Impressive. Impeccable precision.
It's a complete remake. That's nothing like the original. Hex Pass, a premium gaming subscription service newly released by the Hex Club, designated or designed by Think Tank. Players can challenge Hexanexus Remake and obtain rewards from various tiers. Heck yeah. I'm so glad they're back. How'd they get a game in a shackling prison? That's impressive. Anya blocks your way forward. She has been entrusted with an important task of ensuring that you only explore areas she deems safe. Fine. Be like that. Hi.
I heard the war dance is about to be held in the mortal world. I remember watching a sword duel at the war dance with my sister when we were young. The Cloud Knight, who was the Luofu's ringmaster, was an amazing swordsman, and their sword flashed like lightning. The Outworld challenger had fiery red hair and a hand made of steel, which roared like thunder. They battled for a long time before a winner could be declared. Time sure flies. Now, both my sister and I are residents of the Netherworld, and we will never again feel the thrill of a competition. Are there a lot of people in Starskiff Haven due to the war dance?
Yeah, it's bustling.
Sounds amazing. It's a shame I'm too busy to attend. But even if I could, I'd probably just scare people off with my current appearance. Let's get going then.
I feel like they've made Hanya more spooky compared to when we first met her in Fictional Garden. They're really playing it up. This place is not gonna survive any health and safety inspections. We're all gonna go down there. That's interesting.
It's freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar delve. Even the toughest long-life species would have a hard time enduring this.
Just noticed like all these portcullises in the air. Another hexanexus. Now what does this one do? Unable to operate. Okay. Oh, they want us to fill up. Okay. Resource cubes exhausted. We only have... Oh, we only have 3 cubes. We do it in the middle? Yeah, we do it in the middle. Okay, I see. We gotta think three-dimensionally. I understand.
No danger detected, but never let your guard down.
Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out.
There's also a spot over there. How do we get over there?
Ugh, what an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
Well, maybe you should get someone to move them. Oh, this seems ominous.
These crates, they look oddly familiar.
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers received reports about an IPC transport ship that was attacked by Borison. Then, A bunch of those abominations were dumped into this place. I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance. But throwing both the pirates and the cargo in jail? That's a new one.
The mechs in those crates are no joke.
I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. We have many records in the Hall of Karma about these wise ones. They love to tinker with forbidden technologies, always trying to push the limits of Ingenia. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates, and they bear a striking resemblance to Borison. I wonder what they're planning this time. Well, business first. Let's keep moving.
It must be tied into the whole thing, right?
Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Watch out!
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
What's happening here? Why are these things moving on their own? Something's wrong. The guards aren't responding.
So they're just...
It's going wild.
My
just like
God.
a Borison.
Looks like we're on our own for this one.
They deal so much damage. Because they're just bored. Like, I guess, did the Borison make them for this? I guess. I don't know.
Converge and awaken!
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
By the order of the Ten Lords, execute the Marastruck! Until everything burns to ashes!
So the issue is that we don't know which one. Oh, actually, it doesn't matter. Actually, it mattered for her,
All things
though.
in this world have their laws. Human creations. Firefly Type 4 in position.
Yeah, the issue is I don't know which one caused, like, these characters' terror grips. Unless it doesn't matter.
No amnesty for Marastruck!
Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I will claim victory for myself. Set the seas aflame!
Free will, or was it fate? On the still waters of oblivion.
Yin and yang.
Again.
Attack detected.
By the order of the Ten Lords, execute the Marastruck! No amnesty for the Marastruck!
Destined for oblivion.
Forgive me,
Oh, she's dead. Gosh, these guys are strong. All the enemies in this are really strong.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live! Emerge and awaken! Human creations! Firefly Type 4, it was sent from the seas of flame! Yin and yang. It came together. Fight to live!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Again.
I see through you.
Join the battle. There's an ever storm.
Another journey begins.
Set in position. Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! Sent from the seas of flame! It came together.
On the still waters of oblivion.
But how is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols, cutting off power to the mechs and sealing the crates. How could these mechs still start moving?
Because they're just Boris. Team's not operating well? Yeah, no. They are not.
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. These goods went haywire and attacked everyone in sight.
Lingsha mentioned that there's some kind of biological tissue inside the mechs.
The Alchemy Commission members examined them and found some unusual structures within. These things showing up in the Shackling prison can only mean one thing.
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou's strict inspection process to show the Skyfaring Commission and Cloud Knights how dangerous they were. They wanted these mechs to end up right here, in the Shackling prison.
If these things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention, then the whole prison is in trouble, I'm afraid. And to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered the depths of the Shackling prison, the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. And the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for. If that vicious beast manages to break free, it will be a catastrophe for the Xianzhou Luofu.
Switching to Zhao Che. A few moments prior, Zhe Yi leads the Yaoqing messengers to the bottom of the prison.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be a cage here?
The most notorious felons are locked away in the solitary delves, deep down in the prison. Those delves can't be opened without proper authorization. The blue bird paves the path, and the Stygian lanterns illuminate it. Help me light up these lanterns, and the way to the bottom of the Shackling prison will reveal itself.
Oh snap. He just summons a volcano from the ground? You look at Moza, who shakes his head lightly at you. I guess this isn't really the time for jokes. Perhaps the stifling and somber mood of the Shackling prison has gotten to him. That's why he's neither up for chatting nor humoring you.
I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look.
The markings in the stone indicate the order in which the Stygian lanterns need to be lit from the bottom to the top. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, there's a chest over there. They're bringing back all the mechanics for this update.
It's better to use your brain and save your strength.
The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless. Inside the delve, behind this door, is the greatest enemy of the Foxians, Hule. According to custom, envoys from the Yao Qing visit the Xianzhou La Fu once every century to check on this abomination's imprisonment and condition. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hule to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand that the Yao Qing messengers want to see him dead. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed. Because this beast simply can't be killed.
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life, it might help balance out some of the sins he's committed. Could you be the key to a cure for the General, Hule?
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me and my brothers.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. You can call me Mock Talk.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level. Send reinforcements.
Nobody will hear you here, at the bottom of the shackling prison. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination. Do your thing, Morsa.
Maybe if you told people instead of just being like, ah, it's fine.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer! Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside the shackling prison, we found soldiers available for us everywhere.
Well, this time they did replace the first character instead of moving the team down. Weird. So what do you do? Fire damage. Deals fire damage to a single enemy and minor to adjacent targets. With a high chance to inflict 1 stack of Ashen Roast on the primary target. Sets the number of Ashen Roast stacks on enemy targets to the highest number of stacks present on the battlefield. Then activates a zone that deals fire damage to all enemies. While inside the zone, enemy targets receive increased ultimate damage with a chance of being inflicted with 1 stack of Ashen Roast when taking action. After attacking, there's a high chance to inflict 1 stack of Ashen Roast on the target, causing the enemy to take increased damage but also be considered as burned at the same time. Interesting. Creates a special dimension. After entering combat with enemies in this dimension, deals a minor fire damage to all enemies with a high chance of implying 1 stack. It's only a chance though. It's all just a chance.
More season.
Converge and awaken! You could have surrendered. You can't hurt me. Like fun until everything burns to ashes! Set to the seas of flame!
I like adding fuel to the fire.
I suggest you surrender now.
This is more than a battle.
Of course. I'll still kill you all. But I promise that if you swim.
Attack detected.
I like adding fuel to the fire. A little more heat.
It came together.
Which symbol is Ashen Rose? It's the flower. Okay. Let's see what this does.
I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before?
He is actually just a chef, huh?
You could have surrendered.
Yeah, so it counts as burning. Also, it just causes them to take increased damage as well. So it's just a better burn.
Execution! Firefly, type 4, in position. Set to the seas of flame!
It's better to make no move. More season.
I see through you.
Sam in position.
A little more heat.
How presumptuous. Die now!
Leave if you can, Morsa.
It's not time yet.
Back.
All things in this human creations.
Interesting that he was like, Moza, you should get out of here.
No air mystic from Marastruck. A quick divination. Converge and awaken.
Joining the battle.
It's time.
How about letting the enemy strike first?
I see through you.
And his ultimate just sets the number to the highest for everyone else. It's already at 5 for both of them. Then it does some damage. And then take increased ultimate damage. Yeah, we'll do that, sure.
I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Yin and Yang.
By the order of the 10 Lords. Execute the Marastruck!
Sam in position.
Until everything burns to ashes! Set to the seas of flame!
Do you admit this crime?
All
things in this world. Human creations! Fight to live! Attack detected! Set to the seas of flame!
I like adding fuel to the fire. What more she
Converge and awaken!
Now they finally triggered on.
More season. My back.
Yin and yang! Like fire until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Know your Misc is the Marstruck.
What more she
Guard the gate! They can't be allowed in!
Oh snap.
I've waited for too long. My first meal after regaining my freedom is the flesh and blood of my fellow kindred. A sad scene indeed.
It's been a long time. Boy, welcome back.
How many times has the old verdant home spun around since our last hunt? Duran's whelp, tell me your name.
Oh, great Hule, nemesis of the Foxians, and the hunter of all beings. I'm Moktok, a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. I am only one insignificant heir spawned from your bloodline. It's been at least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars. I'm thrilled to see that you are as cunning and skillful as ever.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But why have Duran's whelps grown to look like this? Tell me, Moktok, why have you grown to resemble our most despicable slaves and enemies, the Foxians?
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin of a lowly beast, and play along with their hypocrisy.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me, what's our next move to get off of this ridiculously large ship?
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. This will buy us some time. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have a tight 2-hour window to get out of here. Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now. So I seized this opportunity to set you free.
What a reckless plan, you idiot! Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping are slimmer than a Foxian slipping through my claws!
But we have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only your return will end the prolonged divisions among the Borisin. Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives if it means setting you free.
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some reckless bravery with this plan. Fine. You'll get what you want. And all of Duran's whelps will too.
I like how Zhao Cho's just standing there.
Well then, my lord, we should leave now.
Before we go, give me one of those magic pills.
My lord, do you seriously want to don the skin of a lowly beast? That would be a disgrace to your greatness, my lord.
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom. Once I get out, I'll need a disguise that won't raise any suspicion.
As you wish, my lord.
Is that Foxian slave my meal?
No, he's an envoy from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more valuable as a hostage. Take him, guys. Time to move out.
At the same time, the rest of the gang realize that the situation is out of control.
The wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties. And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out. We've called for backup, but it seems like all communication is jammed.
Let's preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Just a short time ago, the nether key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yaoqing messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation, I'm afraid that area is exactly where our enemies are targeting.
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
We've gathered all the prison guards who can still fight, and we'll split up and secure each floor.
Go!
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed, but Borisin tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise plans like this is simply not their style. Let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
Like I said, wherever we go, we always end up in trouble.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all the enemies inside.
We'll have to bend the rules. Please, follow me. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am!
Use a side crane to open the hidden underground passage. And now the most dangerous prisoner has broken free. So what can we do team-wise? They are, actually, look at enemy databank. What would these guys be a part of? Shinjo? Fire and imaginary. Physical and wind, that doesn't help us. Lightning, wind, and imaginary. Of course, they'd all be imaginary. I guess that makes sense. You can't see, like, guess not. What they are, their, like, defense stats are. The Firefly can technically add fire weakness, but if they have fire resistance, and that, I'm not sure how that's necessarily good. Acheron, at least the big guys are weak to the lightning. Everyone seems to really be weak to legendary, so I guess maybe we should have Dr. Ratio.
Hold your position here.
Yes, ma'am.
Thought she was talking about me.
We need a few tools if we want to reach the bottom quickly. Follow me to the next floor. The path is cut off. Someone must have altered the mechanism. No matter. It'll just require a bit more work to get through.
One day there'll be a chest behind here.
Some Spiritfarers occasionally use ingenia from the Artisanship Commission to navigate the treacherous terrain here. Normally, using devices like the shifting screen is strictly forbidden, as they could help prisoners escape. But, given the urgency of the situation, let's just ignore the usual regulations.
Hanya blocks your path. Fine. Oh, we're down here already.
The nether key has been activated. I hope we're not too late. Hang in there, sister.
We're too late.
Looks like there was a fierce battle here not long ago.
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hule has managed to break free. Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my sister? Are they still alive?
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some clues.
I bet there's a clue in this treasure chest. Well, there's... She's over there, but we can investigate these bodies, I guess. Or we could. These are the remains of a boris, and judging from their twisted limbs, it is likely that this massive wolf once had their limbs restrained. This warden fought to her death, and her weapons was nowhere to be seen. She must have lost it somewhere in the prison. Sharp fangs grew unchecked along the deceased's protruding lower jaw, bearing an uncanny resemblance to the other Borisin corpses. You begin to see why the Borisin could easily infiltrate the lower levels of the shackling prison. They not only shapeshifted into Cloud Knights, but into Foxians too.
Xue is here. Miss Xue briefly sacrificed herself. My condolences, Miss Hanya.
Condolences? Well, that's unnecessary.
She's a robot.
You misunderstand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an Ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning as just a soul to the Hall of Karma's document office has become a routine for her. While I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part, but... By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing exquisite clothes, and the other wears a dark cloak, like a fugitive.
Well, that's kind of profiling.
No. I haven't found any Foxian bodies. Only Borisin ones.
So, the intruders and Hule are holding the Yaoqing messengers hostage. This is the worst situation. With hostages in their grasp, the prison guards can't do anything about the prisoners. If anything happens to the messengers, the relationship between the Yaoqing and the Luofu could be irreversibly damaged. We must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long as there's a glimmer of hope.
What have you found, Miss Hanya?
A Cyber Spectre.
Reconstruct.
It's my sister. Looks like her soul hasn't returned to the Hall of Karma yet.
She put herself into a side crane?
At such a critical moment, her death can give us information that we can turn into an advantage. Let me see. The damage isn't too bad. If I can fix it up, my sister will have a temporary body.
Ah, it's this puzzle. Yeah, they're really giving everything a call back. Okay. Bam.
Hanya, I'm back.
Welcome back, sister. I don't know what kind of expression I should have at a time like this. Happy? Tears of joy? Forget it. I'm used to you coming back in all sorts of forms.
A Cyber Spectre. That's pretty convenient.
Just don't let me be damaged again. I'll lose my memories. This Cycrane can't hold all of me.
Sister, what did you see when you were killed?
Through intermittent
One of the Yaoqing messengers escaped, and the other one was taken hostage and brought upwards?
Besides the Borison, there were other intruders. Invisible.
Invisible intruders? What does that even mean? How many conspiracies are tangled up in this mess?
Were there invisible intruders? I guess we didn't see them because they were invisible.
Do me a favor, sister. The intruders have cut off all communication between inside and outside the prison. And now you're the only person, the only bird who can slip out undetected. Make sure you deliver the news to the outside world.
I understand. Please be careful, sister. You are different from me.
The Cycrane flaps its wings and unsteadily flies out of the lower levels of the prison, charging straight into the depths of the shadowy passage.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borison will escape from the prison.
All right. If we happen to come across that Yaoqing messenger who got away... No. Stopping Hule should probably be our top priority.
Pardon me, I'm just... Oh, there are invisible people. Oh my gosh. A Mara-struck soldier.
Calibrating.
Converge and awaken.
Mediocre. Again. Another journey begins.
So the Mara-struck are even here. Interesting.
Join the battle.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live! I will claim victory for myself. Set the seas aflame! Yin and yang. A quick divination.
Free will, or was it...
Oh, this other guy's joined in. That makes sense.
Set the seas aflame! All things in this world, human creations. It came together.
I guess you can't actually see their defenses. I thought you could. Guess not.
Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Got the defense? Test.
This is...
But there has to be a hole in the middle, which is interesting. Are you allowed to? Oh, I see. We can just do that. Okay. Okay. We're learning the limitations and permissives. Another one.
Wait! Something feels off.
The invisible intruders?
Oh.
Watch your back!
These abominations aren't prisoners from this prison.
Converge and awaken!
Free will, or was it fate?
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live! I will claim victory for myself. Set to the seas of flame!
Another journey begins.
Yin and yang.
I'm asking questions. A test. SAS per knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
I will claim victory for myself. Fight to live! It came together.
Free will, or was it fate? Still waters of oblivion.
Your answers?
Destined for oblivion.
Attack detected.
The prison management
Another one?
Lawfu is truly
Oh,
concerning.
hey, Moza.
Who are you? World have
Aren't you looking for me?
creations. Together as one.
Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Initiate cleanup. Detonate.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes!
I'm asking questions.
None of these guys are weak to anything I have.
Firefly type set to the seas of flame! It came together.
On the still waters of oblivion.
For the defense. A test. 0 points.
Just focus on the fight.
Fight to live!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Mortality means forever.
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
No matter. Attack detected.
Your answers? Answer me. SAS. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
I will claim set to the seas of flame!
0 points.
A quick divination. All things in this world have their law. Human creations!
On the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed.
At least these enemies have are more reasonable in strength. I think because the other fights were technically like story fights, they're a little harder. Well, I guess this one's technically a story fight too.
Joining the battle.
Mediocre.
Favorite of the saints.
I'm asking questions.
Together as one.
Another journey begins.
Until everything burns to ashes! Yin and yang.
A test. 0 points.
I see through you. This is more than that. Set to the seas of flame!
Ah, so close to dying. Come on.
Again.
Firefly.
Her basic attack is always weaker than I think it should be. I feel like she doesn't do as much damage as she should be doing. Firefly. I need to
Every victory is hard won.
look into that. Nexus. Well, this one was easy.
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
I wonder where they got all the lava from. Because, like, it's a spaceship, so they had to add the lava to this place. Oh, hey, Moza. The man seems to materialize from the shadowy corners of the prison, as if he could vanish into thin air at any moment. The fugitive wearing a dark cloak, spoken of by Hanya, now stands before you. His face is devoid of any expression, cold and indifferent, yet inexplicably, you could decipher this expressionless facade as if it whispered, "You're finally here."
The prison management on the Lawfu is truly concerning.
You already said that. But I agree.
So what if I repeat it? It's the truth after all. The prison management on the Lafu is truly concerning.
Have you seen the state of the infrastructure here?
At least 2 different groups of intruders infiltrated here. The wolf cubs and these Mara-struck soldiers. Their hiding technique, it's pretty similar to the wind mantle technique used by the Vidyadhara serving Kailorum Venti on the Yaoqing. What do you think?
Huh. The Vidyadhara. We really need to look into those guys because their preceptors are up to stuff.
Never mind if you don't have any clues. Now is not the time to exchange assassination techniques. I'm Waza. My friend fell into the clutches of that wolf. I was planning to escape and report back as quickly as possible. Now it seems. The prison on the Lafu is a real maze, I must admit.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Moza. We'll do our best to ensure your friend's safety.
No, you can do nothing for him now. And you shouldn't be focusing on his safety at the moment.
But isn't he your friend?
Your friend is in Hulei's clutches and you're just going to leave him behind?
Look, I'm the Yaoqing General's guard, not his. I've seen how that giant wolf fights, and there's no way. Trying to save my friend will only get us killed. I don't know how you think, but I won't throw my life away for a lost cause. Listen up. I've been tracking these fugitives, and I know their next move. They're planning to seal off the entire prison to keep the outside world in the dark. The worst case scenario, we are all killed by that giant wolf, and the shackling prison is sealed off. No one will know about us or about their escape until it's too late. And the best case scenario...
we kick all those bad guys' butts. Both we and the intruders get trapped inside the prison.
Looks like we've got some clever minds here after all.
Yes, I'm quite clever.
The best case scenario would be we seal the gates and trap the enemy inside with us. We can't let that monstrous wolf escape. Hopefully, someone will eventually notice that something is off and come to help. As for whether we'll still be alive by then, it's not something we should think about.
You sure have a way of comforting people, Mr. Mortzer.
As a person of the Yaoqing, I've always searched for something meaningful to give my life to.
I have to make it out alive. My companions are waiting for me.
As a netherworld dweller, I've already died once.
Well then, I'll give it my all.
Yeah. We won't give up. Not until the very last moment.
None of you are part of the Ten Lords Commission, so sacrificing yourselves isn't the right move. As a judge, it's my responsibility to guard this prison, and if someone should step up to stop Hulei from escaping, it should be me, not once we reach the gate. I hope you'll help me seal it. After that, I'll do everything I can to fight the Borisin, and you find a safe place to hide and wait for reinforcements. Now, let's proceed upward.
But we got a treasure chest back here.
Inspection complete.
Wow.
Nothing suspicious.
Well, thank you, sir. I see you guys now. Oh, right. I saw him, but I didn't realize he saw me.
How familiar.
I see through you. Together as one. Human creations.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Initiate cleanup. Detonate.
Like fireflies until everything burns to ashes!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Fireflies have set from the seas of flame! It came to...
On the still waters of oblivion.
No danger detected. But never let your guard down.
Oh my gosh. How do they don't see me when I'm walking in front of them. They only see me when I'm past them.
Mediocre.
Converge and awaken. No matter.
Mediocre. Join the battle. Attack.
Until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Got the defense.
Set from the seas of flame!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
We came together.
Destined for oblivion.
Interesting. Is there a secret down here? No? Then what was the point of that? Besides wasting my time. Oh, I guess you can lift it up the other way, but why is there a button down there? I guess in case you lift it up and then walk around, I suppose. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just here to play Hexanexus, don't mind me. Yeah, so they don't need to be the same on the same plane.
Mechanism deactivated.
So that works out. Gotta like put myself in that mindset from the get-go. Any books around here, perhaps, perchance?
No danger detected. But never let your guard down.
What y'all looking at? Books in a prison? Well, the prisoner's gotta read. Even prisoners gotta read. Just because the generals don't read doesn't mean that prisoners can't.
Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
I'm guessing all of these like white rectangles are like pretty much doorways. I guess those are all prison cells, I would imagine.
We must seal the entrance before the Borisan fugitives get out. The prison wardens and mechanisms won't be able to hold them for long. Follow me.
Oh, this is the confinement area where all the crates are stored, actually. But we can use this one now. I wonder who's just stored in this cell off to the side. Who's this guy?
No danger detected, but never let your guard down.
I wonder if there's anything new in this area. Doesn't look like it.
We're almost there. The gate is just ahead.
There are many fugitives. Please be careful, Your Honor.
Looks like we're gonna have to fight this guy, though.
I will hold them back. Don't let Hule escape.
Mediocre.
Our fortune is clouded, converge, and awaken. All things in this world, human creations.
Still waters of oblivion.
SAS, knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. 0 points.
Like fun till everything burns to ashes!
Your answers? Mediocre.
Set to the sea, so free! It came together.
Another journey begins.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Again.
Yin and yang.
I'm asking questions. A test. 0 points.
Yeah, these ones are weaker than they were throwing at us originally.
Free will, or was it fate?
Oh, the ratio, having ratio on the team does help us.
SAS, knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Join the battle.
Yin and yang.
Your answers? Answer me. Free.
I see through you.
Another journey begins on the still waters of oblivion.
Every victory is hard won. No danger detected. But never let your guard down.
That treasure chest. The prison has become a killing field. The guards try to resist, but Zhao Chur is something.
This brings back such familiar memories. Memories of chasing, gnawing, and tearing. They're back. They're back. They've all come back.
Weren't you gonna take a pill to shapeshift?
My lord, we're just one step away from freedom. As we pass through the gate, no one will be able to stop us.
So this hostage is useless now. Kill him, Moktok.
He's getting away. Do something, Jiao. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something!
Maybe this Yao Qing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for his life. He can use his status to help us escape from the Xianzhou. What do you think, Mr. Jiao Zhou?
Oh, just look at you. Falling so low during my absence. You're even negotiating with livestock. As far as I recall, no one from the Yao Qing would ever consider a deal with Duran's offspring.
I've got to make this beast stay here, whether it's for the sake of Fei Xiao or the Yao Qing. Deal. I certainly have more value alive. My identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou, and my understanding of many things that your minions have no knowledge of. They'll all be valuable.
Lowly beast. Muster up that pitiful tongue of yours and plead for what remains of your life. Speak up.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, she has recently returned to the Luofu.
Me and him are on the same page. I was thinking, like, if I was in his position, I'd be like, hey, I know where Jing Liu is.
Your opportunity for revenge is right in front of you.
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense. I've never heard anything about this. May I just kill him now?
Silence, Moktok. And you, slave. From now on, You'll stay by my side. You'll only speak and move when I allow you to. Otherwise, I'll dismember you from head to tail, inch by inch. Got it?
But my lord...
We must stay here for some time, Moktok. Fear not. Because once I step out of the prison, it's the people of the Xianzhou who should tremble in fear. I'll show them what true calamity means. Now, Duran's whelps, follow me! Prison guards, stop them! For our great Lord Hule!
They teleported us. And we can't climb over these bodies.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the guard. Those who fail to comply will face severe punishment, serving as an example to others.
Now we'll never get that treasure chest. Don't mind me, we're fellow prisoners. We did not, we did a terrible job at trapping them out. Well, they got out.
Report! After we lost contact with the Shackling prison, we received a message from a Psycrane. The prisoners have revolted, and the criminal Hule is nowhere to be found.
What about the Yaoqing messengers and the Nameless?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the Shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. You're dismissed. General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of things, but the beginning. The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, the Xianzhou Alliance will face an even greater challenge, from both the abominations of abundance and the destruction itself. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal Special Envoy, I'll dispatch the Lawfu Cloud Knights to pursue Hule myself.
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away, once and for all.
After a brief but devastating loss of communications, the lockdown Shackling prison is once more under control. The Express's Nameless have emerged unharmed, but one of Yaoqing's envoys has been taken hostage. Oh. Well, that was easy. Meanwhile, Hule, long confined to the depth of the prison, has vanished without a trace. A pursuit between the hunter and the hunted will soon play out on the Shinzhou Luofu.
Let me stay here a little longer.
Rogues in the run. I guess that's it. Oh, okay. Time to hunt. Hex Club. Yeah, they contact me. Perfect. Since you've collected a certain amount of Hex passes, we'd like to invite you to participate in a feedback questionnaire regarding any suggestions you have during the Hex and Nexus Remake Beta. We hope you'll be as honest with us as possible. Your answers will not be revealed to any third party. Thank you for supporting the Hex and Nexus Secret Society. Have you noticed that you already have obtained Hex passes? Yes. Have you played Hex and Nexus before? I hold a lifetime membership. I'm a deep tester, and I even hold a lifetime membership. What? Hex and X's official site has announced that its lifetime membership service and other services were suspended 30 system days ago. Thank you for supporting the Hex Club all this time. What? They were suspended? Do you know what Hex Nexus Remake is? Yes. How did you find Hex Nexus Remake's difficulty level? Very difficult, very easy, or just moderately difficult. Weird option choices. I guess moderate is fine. Do you have any additional questions or suggestions for a Hexanexus remake? Why make a sequel? The first one was already so good. Of course, it's because Hexanexus is #1 in the world. Okay, I know you have a lot of questions. You have collected 3 passes. I will contact you again once you've collected 6. Please, thank you for participating in our feedback questionnaire. Please continue to support Hexanexus Remake. I can't believe they canceled my lifetime membership. How could they do this to me? Go to the Palace of Ashman's backyard and check in on March 7th. So I guess... Okay, I guess her story, is the event now? Yeah. I guess her thing's the event. Okay, fair enough. So we'll have to do that. Tomorrow. I do want to look up Fei Xiao's VA because she sounds kind of familiar, but I have no idea if that's true or not. But I've been thinking about that. Don't recognize the name. Oh. Oh. Hold on a second. Is there anything else I recognize them from? They've done a lot of anime, but I don't watch anime in English, so that never affects me. But they were a character in Ruby, so that, I guess, is where I recognize them from. don't think they've done any other games really though. They're in Genshin, but I don't play Genshin. No, I guess that's it. But it also probably technically isn't at the same time. Anyway. RE2 tomorrow? No. Event tomorrow. March 7th event tomorrow. And then ARC, and then EX levels after that. RE2 will get its time when it's time, but it's not time. IS4 ending 4. There's IS4 Mulesey's story. we got a lot to do in Arknights though. One step at a time though. IS4's got a whole month too. But that's all for today. So thank you all for watching. And until we meet again, may the sands of time treat you well.